What's up, YouTube? What's going on? This is Gwen's Boy Mindset coming at you. I had a whole something in my mind and popped that I was going to talk about, and then I just got a call. And I like to share things, raw things, and real stuff. Um, I got a call from a client. I missed our virtual training meeting because I've been doing so much, and so we're moving it to tomorrow. But she poured something into my spirit. And here's the thing, man. Sometimes we do things for people, and we try to elevate people. We try to motivate them. We try to inspire them. And sometimes that goes to people who really you ever like you're just doing genuine things from your heart, and you know that's who you are, and you're doing that for people, and you sometimes you feel like you're pouring from an empty cup, and people really don't appreciate it. And she told me something. She said, Sean, you know what? This is how I know you need to start taking Saturdays off, because you have a lot on your plate. You're trying to do all these different types of things, and that's good. But Sean, you got to know your limits. So that's what my client told me. My client told me, know your limits. For 10, 15 minutes, she was just pouring in. And sometimes we lose our humanity over simple things. Trying to please this person, trying to please that person, trying to do this, trying to do that. You lose your sense of humanity, meaning you lose your whole perspective of what life is truly about. You know, doing the things you love to do, appreciating the smaller things, appreciating what you have opposed to what you don't have. You know what I'm saying? But we all as people, we got to know our limits. And I like how she said, she broke down knowing, Sean, you got to know your limits, because once you know your limits, you can strategize and you can plan and you can rest, relax, and decompress, and then you can actually do more because you know your limits, and you know how far you can go, and you know when you need to take a step back. So and then you can start trimming and fat in life, so to speak. And to all of you guys that's listening, man, know your limits. Know your limits. You know what I'm saying? And it's not there's nothing wrong with having limitations when it comes to things. What it does is going to give you a life balance. And for a guy who's done so much, trying to do this, trying to do that, I mean, I have a past that I'm not proud about. I'm using this as a man, as a platform to talk to people. For people who want to tune in, listen, man, I know what being I know what living two lives is like. I know what just lying to protect people is like, or just lying to cover your own ass is like. Um, I know what loss is like, grief is like, depression is like, just fighting through life as a man is like, as a black man, first and foremost too as well. But my thing about it is, man, you know, as you're going through all these different challenges in life and stepping up to those challenges opposed to succumbing to just giving up in defeat, you're going to be able to grow. And the thing about growth, it's always going to come from a place that's uncomfortable. You know, it's never going to come from a place of comfort. And, excuse me, when it comes to your body, man, is you only get one. And the body and the mind, opposed to life, they all correlate and coincide together. They all gel together. And my thing that I try to preach to people all the time, you got to take care of your body. You take care of your body's going to take care of you. There's things that the body goes through. There's things that the body goes through over a course of time. As each year passes, your body goes through a bone deterioration process to where the strength in your bone structure, it's kind of diminishing at a fast pace. Exercise, what it does, it helps to warn that off a bit. It helps to slow down that super fast pace when it comes to bone deterioration. exercise is so much deep is so much deeper than the way a person looks. It helps you mentally. You can be better. You can be more productive at work. You can be your relationships, the fulfillment. I mean, so many things can be so much better in your life just simply by taking care of your body. As simple as exercise. It helps sharpens the mind. It's so much deeper than just looking good. It's also about feeling good and your mental state. It's so much so. It helps. It's therapeutic for when you're going through stuff, when you're sad, when you're depressed, when you failed. It's so therapeutic, and it automatically creates endorphins on the inside. It makes you feel happy, but you got to be able to tap into it. You know, you got to be able to know your limits, and when things aren't going so right in this life, you know, you got to realize that knowing your limitations don't make you weak. Knowing your limitations don't make you weak, man. We are perfectly imperfect. We are perfectly flawed. We are perfect. We perfectly. We have so many different types of idiosyncrasies. I'm not perfect, and neither are you. And my thing about it is, in knowing that, you can approach life from a different set of eyes, knowing that you're not perfect. You know what I'm saying? Knowing the things that's wrong with you, you can admit to what's wrong with you so people can't use that as ammunition against you. They can't throw nothing at you that you haven't already admitted to yourself. And how you want to change and how you need to change, you have to acknowledge the things that is wrong with you. You have to acknowledge your imperfections. You have to acknowledge your shortcomings. You have to acknowledge your idiosyncrasies. You have to acknowledge your flaws. And see, when you acknowledge those things, people can't use those things as ammunition against you. And when they are trying to use those things as ammunition against you, trying to make you look bad, you don't want to be around or associated with no person who's trying to make you look bad to get some type of selfish gain or even revenge or even get back or whatever the case may be. And as Laura, my client, was talking to me, she poured in so many good things. I told her, I said, listen, I appreciate you pouring this stuff into me. I said, because people are doing a lot of things to different people every day. They're judging them. They're talking about them. They're trying to get some get back. You know, they're telling them I hate you. I regret the day I met you. And people are doing so many damaging things to other people and each other. We do that to people. Very few and far between people are pouring in genuine love and concern about your well-being to another person, another brother, another sister. You see what I'm saying? There's not enough of that goes around in this world enough. And see, when you realize that you're not perfect and the other people aren't perfect either, you can kind of balance things out in life, because you know what? When those people are throwing darts at you, they're throwing shade at you, no matter whatever the reason they're doing it, you know what? They got some problems because they're handling the situation in the wrong way, opposed to handling it in a mature and adult type of way. All things are possible. We make things impossible about how we choose to think. So it falls on us at the end of the day. So whatever you may be looking at in your life right now is impossible, change your way of thinking and making the way you think possibility opposed to impossibility. All things are possible. We make them impossible by the way we choose to think. How you think is a choice. You can think negative all you want to. That's a choice. You can think all men are dogs. That's a choice. You could think all women are gold diggers. They just want to do somebody to take care of them. That's a choice. You can think that the job that you got is that dead end job. It's the only job you have. You can think that's all you're gonna get. That's a choice. Your worth, your value. You can think that you're not worthy or you're not valuable. That's a choice. How you choose to think every single day. every single week, every minute on the hour, every second on the minute, every month out of the year. How you choose to think is a choice. It's a choice, people. It's a choice. All things are possible. We make them impossible by how we choose to think. You can either choose to think positively or negatively. You can choose to be optimistic or not. It's up to you. You can choose to have faith or none. You can choose to have hope or none. You can choose to believe what nothing looks believable or not. You can choose to think however you choose to think. But at the end of the day, when you make that conscious choice, that's your choice that you make. You can choose to think that nobody's going to change. You can choose to think once a liar, always a liar. You can choose to think once a cheater, always a cheater. That's your choice. That's your choice. Life is about choices. You make the possible impossible by how you choose to think. That's up to you. If you think things in life are impossible, that's your choice. You can't get mad at nobody at the end of the day if you're choosing to think that way. How you choose to think every day in any area of your life and all aspects of your life is a choice. It's a choice. It's up to you, man. You could choose to judge people, choose not to. You could choose to accept people at face value, choose not to. Life is about the choice, man. All things are possible. We make them impossible by how we choose to think. That's pretty much all I got, man. That's pretty much all I got. You know, one thing I'm learning, or several things, one thing I'm learning, which stays at the topic of everything that me and my therapist talk about, is being 100% transparent. Be 100% in your truth. Acknowledging why you wasn't 100% transparent beforehand by things happening for you to actually, to the surface, to expose you, to bring out certain things. One thing she told me, she's like, death has brought everything to light with you, Sean. Stay in your truth. Talk to people about your truth. Tell people about your truth. And it's not about you trying to tell people about your business. It's about you telling people about your 100% transparency of truth to help somebody who may be holding things, suppressing things, keeping things to themselves, and they feel as if they got no way out, and they hear somebody else that's struggling. They can be like, you know what? He's doing it. I can do it. So the YouTube channel, the YouTube channel is all about 100% transparency. I ain't got no reason to lie to you guys. I'm like, look, man, I've lied about things pretty much my whole entire life. This is 100% transparency here. And now I'm at the point in my life, I really don't give a damn who cares about me, who don't care about me, who loves me, who don't, who leaves me, who don't, who wants to associate me, talk to me about me, or whatever, who don't, because they don't know who I am now. All you got is the past. And that's how you got to think about past. Let them talk about it. You ain't got to entertain it. You ain't got to have a come to Jesus meeting with them about it. You ain't got to have a Dr. Phil session over it with them. Let them talk about it. Let them dwell on it. Because if you went to that person and tried to salvage or conversate or apologize to that person, tell them, listen, just, and they choose not to listen, and they just think that you, whatever, let them think whatever. That's between them and the big man upstairs. You wash your hands with the matter and you keep it moving forward. That's their problem. Because they choose to not rectify it and be sensible about it, no matter what's happened. People, as a people, we got to get to the root of why things happen. And if we really don't care about each other enough to get to the root of the problem, then we really don't care about rectifying the problem. And that's for America in the whole and entirety. If we care about problems in this world, let's get to the root of the problem. Let's talk sensibly. We ain't got to yell and curse each other out and be violent to get our point across. See, there's a level of maturity when it comes to growth and being mature about something, an adult about something, and sit and talk about it by adults. And it's all right to agree to disagree. But when we come to a final resolution on why that problem is the way that problem is, and we get to the root of it, sometimes when you get to the root of the why and the when and the hows, it would change your perspective of what you were previously thinking. Because you never know what happened and where those things are derived from. That's one of the things I'm learning in therapy. That's why I like my therapist, because I can go to her in butt naked truth and there's no judgments. And I posted it once, and I posted it once on my Facebook and Instagram or whatever. If we got over 7 billion people on the planet, if you find one person who truly accepts you with zero judgments, you have found rare greatness. How many of you, honestly, you can go to one person in butt naked truth, 100% transparency, speaking candidly, and there's not going to be any judgments? There's over 7 billion people on this planet. How many of you have one person that you can go to in brutal, butt naked truth with no judgments? I'll let you think that over. And I guarantee you, people are going to be it's going to be hard as hell for people to think of one person. We're talking about zero judgments, people. Zero judgments. If you can find one person in a planet that's over 7 billion people and accept you at face value in your buck naked truth with zero judgments, with zero judgments, you have found rare greatness, and hold on to that person with a tight vice grip, because you probably will never find that again. Rare greatness. That's all I got, man. Remember, all things are possible. We make them impossible by how we choose to think. You guys can follow me on Facebook, Sean Taylor. That's my personal Facebook page. My business Facebook page is Tailor Made Training for You. You can follow me on Instagram at Driven Not Motivated 21. And if you're looking for a place where you can talk, be free, and say whatever you feel, you can contact me at For Imperfect Non-Judgmental People Only. It's on Facebook. It's a private group. It's F.I.N.P. You got to answer the questions, because if you don't answer the questions, then I'm not going to accept you into that group. There's certain questions you have to answer. And me being an administrator, I will accept you or deny you based off of you. You got to answer the questions. You got to answer the questions. So if you don't answer the questions, I'm like, well, this person not being in compliance. So you can contact me, follow me, man. You know what I'm saying? My journey now is about the 100% transparency. It's about whether you accept it or not, you like me, love me, or hate me, or whatever the case may be. I got no dog in the fight. And where I'm at finally, it took me so long to get to this place, because I realized that no matter if I tell a person the truth, lie to them, do everything right, don't do everything right, they're gonna say and think what they choose to say and think regardless. So I ain't losing a damn thing by being 100% transparent for you. You either believe it or not. I really don't care. I've lost too much in my life in the past year and a half to be trying to ice skate uphill with bullshit with any of you people out here. It ain't gaining me a damn thing. So there you go. All right. Thank you for the ones that's tuned in. This is the Wednesday checkup from the neck up. How are those mindsets? I hope your mindset is in a positive place. It's that checkup from the neck up Wednesday, man. I hope your mind is in a good place. So, and if your mind is not in a good place right now, I hope whatever was said within this segment, get your mind in a good place. And remember, it's never too late to change the way you think. So whatever you think that's impossible, change the way you think and make it possible in your mind, and it will come into fruition. Listen, people, all things are possible. We make them impossible by how we choose to think. All right, how are those mindsets? I'll check out you guys on Friday, the Feel Good Freaky Friday. I'll be on there. So tune in. All right, you guys stay up. Remember, I'll start judging people once I'm perfect. This brother will never be perfect, so you'll never, ever have to worry about me judging you. I'll catch you guys on the flip. Peace.